Greetings, my beautiful people. This is Shezzy, raising the awareness with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Tune in and keep it locked.
Greetings, one and all. This is Lloyd Brown giving full endorsement to Stuck in Commotion, Royal Blend Radio. The station with integrity, the station with a difference. Remember me tell you, Lloyd Brown said so. Who is that say? Stuck in Commotion, Royal Blend Radio. We not stop till we drop. Saying, bless.
Don't say it. I want to remember you just like this. I know it's late, and I know you weary. Don't say it. I want to remember you just like this. I know it's late, and I know you weary. I know you plan, don't include me. Still here we are, both of us lonely, longing for shelter from all that we see. Why should we worry? No one will care, girl. Look at the stars, so far away. We've got tonight, who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? Deep in my soul, I felt so lonely. All of my hopes, baby, fading away. I've longed for love, like everyone else does. I know I keep searching, even after today. So there it is, girl. I'll set it all now, and here we are, babe. What do you say? We've got tonight. What am I to do? I need to live just like you. So I'm hustling, juggling, smuggling, trying to make a living.
Greetings, SPRB friends and family. I'm Nana Genesis, and I fully endorse 10-star General and Sharon Mango.
Got to make some bread, hustling, juggling, smuggling. See, the hungry must be fed. We tired to hear when the baby cry. Can't get no work and the backbone dry. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do when the going gets tough. I must obey the law, well I tried my best. So now I hit the streets with my high-grade cess. Slight the police, I've been run bombard. 10 o'clock and everything sell off. I'm hustling, juggling, smuggling, trying to make a living. I'm hustling, juggling, smuggling.
What a tune by the man himself, Steve Santana, and he's our guest today on the Raising the Awareness show, the original Raising the Awareness show. We've been going over 10 years strong, and we are continuing to go, exposing some real singers in the industry. And it's a blessing to have Steve Santana in the building. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
All right.
When I press one of my sound effects, you don't get upset, you know.
It's a blessing to have you on the show. And we have Mr. Don Hartley from Blue Mountain, is it Blue what Records? Is it Mountain Records or what?
No, is it
Don Hartley, I'm mute.
The
rhythm is Big Mountain Rhythm.
Big Mountain Rhythm. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was on World One Entertainment Records.
Right. Thank you. So because of Don Hartley, we have what's his name, Steve Santana in the building. This show is about exposing real artists who have something to sing about, who can sing, people who have original writing skills. A lot of the songs you sing, you take me back to, and I think I was sharing with Don Hartley that when I heard initially the songs that he sent to me, I went straight into iTunes and purchased the same album that he had on Spotify that was sent to me. So I bought it, and there was a track on there. The first track I played was Forever Love. When I heard it, I said, what did I say to you, Sharon, if you remember?
Oh, I can't even remember what you said. I know that
the name I mentioned was Bob Andy.
Bob Andy, yes, you did. Because I said, wait, who is this? And we're just finding out about him now, which is why, Mr. Santana, why you have to do these things, you understand? Because we didn't know. Clear across the US, so I didn't know. I said, this Bob Andy is what he said to do.
But that's how I put in that category, you know, because Bob Andy is a great writer. So
did you write that song yourself?
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying? It's just
we have
amazing.
To dig, you know, we have to do what we do best.
No, let me not say no more. We're gonna have to dig. Let's dig because we're going brilliant there.
So Sharon, I'm gonna let you first and foremost. You know, we're just gonna quickly do the intros. And you're going to kick us off on this show, Sharon.
Oh,
so
I am? All right, then.
You go for it. Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I'm Sharon Mango. You can classify me in any which mango you like. These all of them. But the original Sharon Mango representing SBRB Radio and Royal Blend Productions. And we are welcoming you today, Mr. Santana. It is a pleasure to actually and finally meet you.
Thank you. If I meet more people happy like you, I'll be glad to be out more.
Well, you know, maybe, but we's one of a kind, so maybe not. Maybe, but we's one of a kind. This might be the only show in one company. Big up to my peeps in the room, Rankin Ann and Beverly Notes, thank you. And the amazing Mr. Don Hartley. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on this interview. So, like Tenstar said, and let me big up my host, my friend from way back, people don't know, me and Tenstar go back, way back. We went to school together in England, you know what I mean? We go way back. So that's the blessing right there. So I'm very grateful that we're able to come together and do this, even though I'm here and he's there. It's great because people are like, wait, you're really in the US? Yeah, people really think we're together, but we technically are in the virtual world, right? It is what it is. Sometimes we dress alike.
We're in the same room, really. We're in the same room, really.
We're in the same room, really, for real.
Joking.
So, Mr. Santana, Steve, listen. After Tenstar sent me your stuff, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. So now we have to get into why we didn't know anything about you. We didn't hear all of this amazing music. So we want to start off with where you were born, where you went to school, your mom, your dad, brothers, sisters, and whoever inspired you to be this individual today. So let's start off with, again, you were born where?
I was born in England. Born in England, but raised in Jamaica. I left England when I was probably 4. Mom and dad was here, obviously. I've born close to my dad and mom, married. they thought it would be best that we went to Jamaica. So I am the what? The fourth child of 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers. I'm the middle child or the 4th child. Yeah. Yeah, so I went, then we went to Jamaica, Trelawney to be exact.
Okay.
And that's where I spent most of my childhood, you know, top Trelawney. I don't know if you know Jamaica.
Oh yes, man. Oh yeah, no, I don't know what it is. Of course, we know about it.
I heard the old Jamaica twang come out there.
Yeah, if you know Jamaica back in the day, when you're going to Montego Bay, you go to a little town named Falmouth.
Yes,
with
very
a big
much so.
Yeah, so that is where I went to school. But my mom and dad, we lived in South Trelawney, which is country where we plant yam and all of that kind of.
Yeah.
But then I went to school in Falmouth. I went to William Nip. That was the high school I went to. I went to all-age school in Warsaw. So I was only in Warsaw maybe about 6-7 years as a child, and then we had to board out. Went to Falmouth. And
now, what year did your family move back to Jamaica?
But I think it was 77, 78.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember a child. It was exciting, you know, because you're kind of free. You can do what you want now.
Yeah.
All your Jamaican kids running up and down it, and
yeah,
there was a festival on. Jacob Miller was like the king of the festivals and all of that. So it was an exciting time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I forgot some of your questions. I know that was one of them. Where I went to
right.
school.
So so we'll go back. So yeah, you moved. It was in the 1977, 78. You moved. You went to school. How old were you when you got into school in Jamaica?
I went to school from 5, as I said. I went to
5.
I
Okay.
went to all-age school, and then I passed my common entrance.
Okay.
At 12, I think, and then I went to the high school. So I left my mom and dad and boarded down in Falmouth, and I went to high school there. So I went to William Nip. Well, Usain Bolt got to my school.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a blessing.
Right?
Yeah. There's quite a few of them, but because him are the fastest one so far, what we know about. We can't make it.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. So in high school now, what became your interest? What did you want to do with yourself at that time?
To be honest, I never know what I wanted to do, you know, because I was just, you know, you're a child, you know, really. To be honest, I don't know what I wanted to do. I just, I know I was good at architect. I wanted to be architect. Feel how design, yeah, architecture. I used to do welding. I did everything that caught my fancy, you know. And then in the end, I ended up in high school. I was actually working for the school. I started to fix all the desks and the chairs and all of that for them. And so then I never really got classes, and you know what I mean. But yeah, but in the end, I was supposed to be doing exams, and obviously to be an architect, you had to have maths, technical drawing, and you're supposed to get what was it? Physics.
Oh, right. Yes.
You have to learn how buildings are structured and stuff like that. And then they tell me, oh, the physics class is full, and so I couldn't do the physics. So that just threw me off, and I'm thinking, you know, I never really liked school, to be honest. I wasn't that, you know. No, I was just naturally bright as a child. I never studied. you know, even to pass my exam. I never really study. I just go, you know. Things just came logical to me at that time. But obviously, after leaving high school now, that's when you think, what am I going to do?
Right.
You know, most kids, and most of us in our time, the things that we study is not the things we do now.
True. Yes. All right.
You study media. You never, when you was in school, I don't think you study media.
No.
Well, we are now. We have to fit in. We're gonna fit in. So there's no big, you know, thing about it. I never knew what I wanted to do. After when I left school, I knew that I love music. From before I went to school, I love music, but I didn't have the opportunity. You know, growing up, I never have no instruments. I never have, you know, so the best opportunity I got was like going on sound systems, and because I wanted to play piano, didn't have a piano. The mic was free on the sound system, so I went on the sound system.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started singing on sound. After I left high school, started singing, and I took it from there.
So did you always know you could sing? Did you go to church when you were in Jamaica? Because you know I go with the mommy and daddy because you have to get up and go to church Sunday. I mean, okay, we had the other day, Sunday, you go to church too.
Yeah, we went to church. I followed my mom to church. My dad wasn't a church guy. My brother was a preacher, actually. My brother's in America. He preaches in America, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to Oral Roberts School or something. So
wow.
Yeah, he's an evangelist or something, yeah. But as I said, I never take that up either. I never singing in church. No, I remember being country, and I remember hearing Barrington Levy. I was in my backyard, and there was a dance up at the center, but I was too young to go to the dance. I sit in the backyard, and quiet, pitch black, and you just hear the sound that's coming over. And that's his, you know what I mean? It just sounds sweet. I said, wow, that guy can sing, you know, and I just knew I wanted to do something musical, and I just started singing, and people say, you're good, you know, even when I wasn't good, to be honest, you know, they didn't tell me something good. I listen to some recording, I listen to some stuff now that cringe. You know, but I'm a friend of them boost me, and they tell me, say, yeah, you're good, and they give me the encouragement, and I thank them for that, you know. Yeah. Falmouth people are the ones that, you know, they adopted me, and they said, yeah, you're my singer, you know. And yeah, I was doing sound systems and clash dances and all of that, and everybody was, you know, receptive of me. So I said, well, they said, me can't sing.
So during that time, now you're singing, you're just doing covers. You weren't writing your own stuff.
No.
With the sound system, you know what I'm saying?
No, sound systems, you do mainly covers, and at them times, I remember those times it was like your Sanchez and your Pinchers, and you know, that was the era, you know, when one that was just coming in, you know, and so you just have to do the latest songs. Yes, yeah. Falmouth have Yam Festival, Beverly, I don't know. Yeah, well, I used to sing up a Hague show, and I don't know if they'll call it the Yam Festival now, but no show couldn't pass through Falmouth where I don't sing.
Okay.
Yeah, the people demanded that I am on the show. So, you know, even as I said, even when I don't think I was that.
Okay. Said, yes, it is.
They must have changed the name, man. Yeah, but even when I didn't think that I was any good, people demanded it, and they encouraged me, and because of them, I carried on doing it, you know, and I'm thankful to them for that.
How many years were you doing that? Because you're still trying to figure out what you want to do. Yes, you love your music. Like, how was you supporting yourself? Because by that time you're singing with the sound systems, how old were you?
Sound systems, I was probably about 16, 17, you know, just about to leave high school.
Okay.
When people said, oh, you know, I got Soundman said to me, oh, you should come, GQ, Scorpion, Sound Systems, you know, and they said, I come, you know, they like my sound, but there was no recording facility.
Okay, right.
Where there was no recording facility. It's just live. You collect a little money and you're gone, you know. And then I was welding.
Okay.
I'm a welder, I was in a trade. Yeah. So I was also welding and I looked after myself because I always think that it is, as I said, if you remember, I said I used to board out in Falmouth. So there's no family members around me. So I have to make money.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, right, so right. I welding here, and then eventually I started singing in the hotels. I started singing at Trelawny Beach and the beach hotel, and I went into hotels from there, trying to do the recordings, but every recording facility was Kingston.
Kingston, yeah.
And you know, you have to be underground. You can't just go in and record. You have to be hanging. You have to be hanging out. And as you see me now, I don't really do the hanging out too well. Yeah.
Love it. 10 star.
Hey, present. So you took me back to school then. 10 star, present.
Present.
Hey, I want to take you back to the Trelawny days when you initially went to Trelawny. I know you was about 5 years old, but growing up in Trelawny, I was always, you know, I was always taught that Trelawny was a bad man area, bad boy area. Was it that way to you?
No, man.
No.
Trelawny was that. No, man. And both sides of Trelawny. As I said, I had the pleasure of growing up in the country, right, where everybody know me.
Right.
You know, where you never dare walk past a big man without saying morning and them kind of thing.
Right.
You can't walk past anybody without saying morning.
Yes.
No, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. They just stop you and they say, oh, they say, Young Campbell, and you stand up. You have to stand there and wait. And he said, how's your mom? How's your dad? And he asks you the whole of your family business.
Yeah, right.
And you never move until he said, so where you going now? I said, I go to school. Say, all right, go on. You can't move till him say that. Yeah,
man, you reminded me of some times.
Yeah, you can't move until him say, all right, go on. And yeah, if you walk off, him tell you that.
So you're telling me you had respect for your neighbors back in those days?
You had to. You had to.
Jesus, bring them beers back.
And then I leave from country and go live in what they would say is the town part, which is Falmouth. Yeah. So me have that respectful countryman kind of move. Yeah. So I was on every corner. There was no, they used to have a few guys who say them rude and stuff like that, but there was no violence to talk about.
Yeah.
No, man. No, Trelawny was always, to me.
So it was a good area for you?
Yeah, to me. And probably because it was known and I can hang on every corner.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, but there was, you know, 1 or 2 little incidents, but those are isolated incidents.
Yeah.
Personal, people have their personal. It wasn't no gang thing like what Jamaica is becoming right now, you know.
Right. So what were your parents' expectations for you that you remember back then? Yeah, laugh.
laugh because you know say every parent's expectation is way above your own, you know.
I hear you.
You know, so
Like you're a doctor.
yeah, man, all my parents that want me to do was go to school, and you know, cause we're talking about my dad go to school and go to school up to 3rd grade, which means him just start learn to read all right. And then he was like me, he never liked school.
Right.
You know. So yeah,
he didn't want to have that influence on you.
Yeah, so you know, but yeah, I mean, so their expectations of me, I'm sure it's not what I am. You know, but I hope I never let them down. I never, you know, I keep out the trouble as best as I could, and if me was in trouble, me not make them hear about it. And them God knows that them not gonna know about it.
Yeah.
So let me take you back to the family house again. Like during my days, we used to listen to a lot of country western music in our household. What was being played in the family household growing up that you remember?
Well, like we had one radio, one Telefunken radio. Yeah. We never have no telly at that time. We never have TV up in Cornwall. Yeah, but like you know, say all of Jamaica raised on gun things, and we raised on in the morning. The people them go to church, and when they come back from church, we all they cooking their dinner. Country and western is playing. You know, the big iron on his hips and all of these things. All of the storytelling songs are being played.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you know that those who have telly by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it's pure western movie. You know? And we didn't have telly, but as kids we used to sit down at the yard, sit down on the walls. There was a lady down on the road, she used to have a telly. So we can't go in our house. Yeah, but we can sit on the wall, see the pictures, and assume what is going on. Yeah, those things make great imagination, you know. Yeah. 3, 4 man just sit down and say, what happened? They say, you see that man? That man and the man there, brother. You don't know who not because you can't.
Yeah.
But you know, Jamaican, as I said, we don't listen show though, we watch show.
We watch.
Right.
We don't listen, we don't watch show and just one part.
That's a good one.
Boy. So as we progress now, and who were the influences growing up as a young lad that really struck a chord with you that made you think to yourself, I can do this?
As I said, I loved it. I never believed that I could do it. You know, but there were loads of people that I admire. You know, as I said, I like different artists for different things. You know? And so I like Barrington Levy, you know, because he was like melodious. I like Pinchers because he was kind of to the point and talking about today's issues and stuff like that. I like Sanchez for the range of his voice. It's all different influences, you know, always listening, always capturing little essence because we all learn from each other.
Right.
You know, and funny, and you know, and as I said this, and people think, oh, because I says, well, Dennis Brown at that time was not my favorite singer. And I know a lot of people that say, yeah, but Dennis, but at that time, because he had a baritone voice, I couldn't relate to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm a young man. I'm a kid. You know, I'm more. You know, we're going down in those times. The people that excite me was like the Yellow Man and Peter Metro, and you know, that was my childhood.
Yeah.
You know, the excitement, the dancehall was just coming in. The excitement of dancehall with, you know, with like General Trees and all of these people. So it was all over the place. My influences were all over the place. And in Jamaica, as you know, that was the one good thing about Jamaica. We had a wide plethora of music.
Right.
Coming from America. I know they have more now on YouTube, but I mean, back then, you know, we almost every kind of song that come out of America. Not much from England, actually. You know, because I never hear a lot of English singers.
Right.
You know, like all the English lovers rock and that kind of thing. Those things never play in Jamaica.
Right.
The nearest one I got was and that's because I'm a musician. Well, I was a singer and I was seeking sounds.
Right.
But, you know, I heard of Maxi Priest long before a lot of people in Jamaica hear about Maxi Priest. They only know Maxi Priest for Wild World. And some guys have all the luck and all of that. I heard Maxi Priest from he did. I used to have people, because as I said, I worked in hotels.
Right.
And I used to have people, and they say, "Oh, I'm coming now. What you want me?" And everything I said, "Bring cassettes."
Right.
You know, so I'd always ask for cassettes of what's happening all over. And when you sing in hotels, you have to sing top 40.
Right.
So because of that, also it gives you a wide range of how to sing, how to deliver a song, and stuff like that. I didn't know it was training at the time. What did it work out for? Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, now that we're talking about that, we have to mention, now that we're speaking about it, we can't leave out the Cimarrons, who made a huge impact in Jamaica at the time with what's that song that the Wailers sang, Blues. Oh, Jesus. It just skipped out of my head. It was sung by the Wailers, and it hit I think it went #1 when the Cimarrons did it over. It went 8 weeks in the charts. Talking Blues. Thank you, Don Hartley. Talking Blues was the song that went 8 weeks in the chart, and thereafter, you know, there was the dancehall explosion, as we all know. People like Papa Levi also did about 6-8 weeks in the charts, you know. So UK did do their big, huge part in the time, you know, which I guess was a different time to when you are talking about, maybe just after.
You see that Papa Levi song? That was actually the first song I actually sang on a song, you know.
Oh, really?
My God. I bought the record because it just come out, and I bought the record. And as I said, the yard where I used to board, they had a record player, and I slowed it down and I listened to everything that he said.
Yeah.
And then in the peak of, the sound was playing at us at this party, and they put on that song, and everybody was going mad, and I was in the corner reciting the song. Yeah,
it inspired me, people. My chant. I know that tune word for word.
And there was the selectors for the song said, "You're acting like you know the song. You know the song." I said, "Of course we know the song." You know, and he said, "Come, sing it then." So that was the first tune I sang on a sound system, and then get $10 for it. I'm saying, yeah.
Only for money, not true.
Yeah, he said, "You know the song with your $10." Yeah. So $10 I get to sing the song. So that was the first song I actually sing on a microphone. Yeah.
Now what you have to explain to me, what could $10 buy you?
Back then, $10 can buy me bun and cheese, a box juice, and me have maybe a little bit over $1 left.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least it was a little chance to buy yourself a little food, right?
Yeah, man. Because $10 was all right for me.
Right.
I have no bills. That's
Right. Exactly. Well, I want to take you to where you started to now. You knew music was something you wanted to do professionally. What was the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of you going into music? Why did you choose to do music? And what was the very first song or recording you ever did? Who influenced you, if anything?
All right. Well, I was singing, as I said, to make money. I was singing at the hotels, but I also went to school with Norman Grant's son, Twinkle Brothers.
Twinkle Brothers.
Yeah. So he has a son. Me and Roy go to school,
right.
And so Roy used to tell me, "Oh, my dad is a singer."
Right.
All the time he tell me that. But no, as I said, no one listens to roots music in Jamaica them time. Nobody. We never even listen to Bob Marley. Right?
I can believe that.
Yeah. Anybody said they said Bob Marley was big in Jamaica? Nah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, we know.
I don't even think Burning Spear was huge in Jamaica, but it was huge in London.
All right. There's no root singer that was big in Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah. And so Twinkle's son said to me, his dad is coming and he'll introduce me. And his dad lives in Falmouth, as Beverly just said. He has a studio now, Beverly, yes, but he just returned to Jamaica the other day, so that wasn't there. Yeah, but so after I met his dad, and his dad said to me, "Well, I'm going to studio in 2 days. Right. So if you want to come, you can come." Right. You know, and I said to him, "So sir, you have to give me this song them on tape so we can have an idea of what we're going to go to the studio and do." Because I was never one to sing, freestyle or no. In dancehall, I will do that. Right. But if I'm gonna record, I want it to make sense. In dancehall, I only need something to get the people that say forward. You understand me? In a dancehall, I just want people, hey, I need the first 2 lines, and people say, hey, and that's good. But when you're gonna record, somebody's gonna listen to it, sit down, and they can rewind it. So I wanted to be able to sing something sensible, something that makes sense. And so then he gave me the track, and we went to the studio. And I think the first song I recorded for him was a song called Beware. Okay. That came out on a 45. That after he recorded that song, we went to England, and he sent me a copy of the record, a box of the record. So nobody can talk to me now, because I'm a superstar.
Especially with Twinkle as the logo.
Well, not Twinkle in Jamaica, because me say no big star. But when me have song, we release in England.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you don't know it, me have in England. So me a superstar.
And it dip on vinyl.
And it is teacher.
Right.
Nobody can talk to me. Right? And so and that was the first song I recorded.
How does that go? Because I don't have the tune, but you remember how the lyrics go?
Yeah, man, he said, he goes, you better beware. Beware of the hypocrites, beware of the envious. Watch out for your friend come again. Beware of the hypocrites, beware of the envious. Watch out for your friend. Hey, oh God.
And I can just imagine the bass line must have been thumping.
Yeah, the bass line. Doom, 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 doom.
I love them big bass line.
Yeah, right.
Know your friend and you treat him well. Never to them your secret tell. Because when your friend becomes your foe, around the world your story goes. Trust the Father up above will make the sun shine. The Spirit of God not dwell with man all the time. Go about your business, but watch your head back, because you don't know when the devil will attack. Beware. Don't like that. Yeah.
Real roots, man.
That was some roots, right? That's right, yes.
And that was influenced because I'm going off Twinkle's program.
Right.
You understand? I know that Twinkle is a roots singer.
Right.
He comes to me with a roots rhythm track. I'm want him to release the song. I can't go for it just sing anything kind of dancehallish. You know.
Where did your writing skills come from? Did you go college for it? Did you go to learn how to sing?
Right, you know. Yeah, I always know myself being able to. I'm a good orator, I think. You know, I talk well, and I was able to write, you know. And most men in Jamaica, even though you may not know it in the most way, as we say, our lyrics bantan, you know. Am I right, Sharon? Come on.
Them have some class of lyrics that, why, I know some class of lyrics them have, so true. I support that. I support that, for real. You're right, I support that.
Yeah, Jamaica is, you know, you see a girl and you start talking, and you may get chased away, but you keep talking. You know, and you learn. You
know, it really is making sense. It's really true, because some of the lyrics for them, I'll be like, I won't find that. Which book do you read and get that?
Yeah, man, because, you know.
That sounds like an overdose of diabetes, boy.
Sweet lyrics for true.
Sweet.
Yeah, man, I love Jamaica. You know? I love our culture. You know?
Yeah.
You know, we were taught, hey, you see a girl, you say hi, you give her a compliment, you know, and if you're not giving her the right compliment, what you want, you say, move for yourself. We learn that rejection very well, and
right,
you know,
true.
And your confidence, you know, your confidence build up from that.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
So coming from there, so when you say who teach you for write, you know, you just have to just wing it. You have to talk and talk and talk until you learn over, you know. And then I used to write down, man, like those foreign songs that used to come. I used to write them down to get the format, because when I started writing at first, I had so much things to say. There's no chorus in my song.
No chorus, no bridge, nothing.
Nothing. I had so much things to say. So then, as I said, we could write down. I used to write out the lyrics of the foreign songs and see the format. You know, I see and why people like this, and you know, I'm always, you know, I'm very analytical, and you know, so I judge myself harshly, and
right.
So I think I judge people more, you know. So I expect a lot from myself, and I always wonder why this is not working, and try and work out what the problem is. I'm logical, so.
One of the great things that I sussed out from you just by listening to your album, I remember when Don Hartley sent me the Spotify album of, you know, your works, you know.
Yeah.
And I listened to everything. And one of the things that I remember, once again, I remember mentioning the name Bob Andy. That was one name. that stuck out for me. The second thing that stuck out for me was the simplicity of your lyrical content, you know, being able to listen to songs I'm hearing you sing through your album, but also I'm listening to, at the same time, an era when lyrics was simplistic, you know. I'm talking about the Dennis Browns and the Derek Harriets and all the great names, Boris Gardners and all, you name them, you know, that were simplistic. I read your bio and I couldn't help but see the name Gregory Isaacs under the same vein, the simplicity of his lyrical content. And really and truly, I kind of hold you up in that vein with the great singers and the simplicity. I'm listening to the way you deliver, you know, I'm listening to the lyrical content. Before I go any further, just so that, you know, I come across in a right and proper way, I want to be able to play this particular song, and I'm going to play it in its entirety. Maybe I'll play half. And take a listen to this. It's called Forever Love. Is one of my favorite songs from the album. There's many great songs on it, but this one, take a listen. Okay, let me see if I can get it up on the beatbox. All right, this is live. So watch my face. All right, here we go. All right, you hear that? That means we're live. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Love, lady. You my mouth and I'll be home in wrong to love you. All day today I thought of you and all the things I'm gonna do. I don't believe you understand how good it feels to be your man, lady. Take off your clothes, turn off the phone. Let's pretend there's no one home. Light a candle, I need to see this beauty lying next to me. Make it last forever. I want this moment to last forever. Making sweet love to you forever. Say you love me forever. Like the mountains, we'll stand the test of time. Like the sun, our love will forever shine. Let our love evolve. Let's take it slow. Like the rivers, you and me just go with the flow. Up and down, round and round, in and out we go. Hold me tight, squeeze me right, never letting go. Stop. Oh, sensory overload. Don't move, stay right there. I don't want to explode. Make it last forever.
Greetings, my beautiful people. This is Shezzy, raising the awareness with 10-star General and Sharon Mango. Tune in and keep it locked.
Ooh, Sharon, you need to dab your forehead.
Listen, let me talk now. Now, when 10 Star weeks ago sent me this album, and I'm listening and I'm like, who the hell are you, man? Do you know who you is yet? I mean, I think so, yes, scratch the
No.
I said, who the hell is this man? I mean, I know about him. Right, Beverly. And I said, Beverly, I said, you was talking about she. Beverly said, you're right, this stuff we are. Beverly said, "Who, me?" Yeah, listen, that track.
Yeah, you know, that album come about because I, as I said, I did a show. I went abroad. I did a show somewhere. And when I come off, this woman said to me, "Well, you don't sing no song for women," because my most of my catalog is roots.
Wow.
You know,
That must have come like an uppercut to the belly.
Listen, he nailed it though.
So you know, and as I said before, I said when I'm gonna write something or when I'm gonna record something, I think I want to record something that lasts.
Yeah.
You know, and to be honest, saying "ooh, ooh, baby, baby, I love you," that don't really inspire me too tough.
Right.
You know, and so, but she said, I've done songs before. I've done like 1 or 2 songs for ladies. I did a song called Tenderness way back when, you know. As I said, I will do the songs, but it will never be just about baby, baby, I love you. I can't do that. Right. You know, it has to have something else. And so I went down and I says, all right, I'm gonna do a lovers album. But I want it to be all different kinds of love. So that's why I named it Aspects of Love. And so it's it's an album that looks on love from all different sides, you know. And that's how I came up with the concept. But yeah, I'm glad that people enjoy it and they're still enjoying it, and it's a slow burner. So
right.
Some people just text me, "Oh, there was that tune, the other one on the album." But most people like that one you like. Forever Love, you know. Some people like you know, the other one, number 10. I had some women arguing about one of the songs. I don't even have the song list here. Stay Tonight. Stay Tonight.
Stay Tonight. Yeah. Stay Tonight. Rude Boys Need Love. Nothing's Promised. I just love. It makes so much sense. Aspects of love. There's so many different aspects, good, bad, and indifferent.
Of course, right? But I love being in love.
Exactly. But you nailed it. That's what I'm gonna say. But this album is okay. That song we just played, that's actually my favorite. When I was that's my favorite. But you do have some really good ones on here. And when I heard the song, I said, you and Tenscar, till you tell me if I'm wrong, this is the epitome of, like, that particular song of our lovers rock. Yeah. That was like what we generated, you know what I'm saying? It was on that level of us Black kids growing up in England, and then we found our own way, our own lovers rock. Some were covers, but you wrote this. And it touched
is that kind of music, right? Where your parents go away on a holiday.
Yes.
We hold a private party, and all of a sudden your mum comes back and she says, "Who rub off my wallpaper?"
I say exactly that. That's rub off wallpaper music. And the simplicity of his lyrics. Now you could write love songs all day, like you said, ooh, you know, and the other, but it's the simplicity of it. It was heartfelt. Let's put it that way. It was heartfelt. You sang things that a man would say or would want to say, you know what I mean? It was simplicity at its best.
So I wanted all the men them to just put on the CD and let me tell them girlfriend what I need to tell them girlfriend.
That's it.
That could be dangerous.
Listen, but you're laughing, a true talk. You did that laugh, a serious thing.
Steve Santana can't talk for my girlfriend.
Yes. That's how I come sit on and I want to talk to you and put on the song. That's it, done.
You're worse than me.
Somebody did that to me. Listen, if it was me though, and listen, just listen, and they put that song on, I think I'm crying then. I'll be like, all right, man, all right, baby. Yeah,
What?
All right.
In the studio.
Yes, I do. But if you see, it's his tone, it's the tone, it's everything. And like you were saying, you know what I mean? You listen to every genre of music, and I think that when you are back in the day, when you are playing out and you're doing covers, you do begin to learn how to master certain tones and your certain deliveries, you know what I mean? And it just shows the professionalism in how you deliver your music, your lyrics. You know what I mean? Learning from taking piece from here, piece from there.
Yeah, make me blush, man. I don't know if black people can blush, but me I blush.
Well, I hope so, because I treat me as a good.
Make him blush some more, Sharon. Make him blush some more.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, listen, it's heartfelt music. I consider us music connoisseurs, right? If a music don't lick me one time in the beginning and I have to wait to get in there, I'm like, yeah, all right, that need work. But start to finish, from me hear the, you know what I'm saying, from me hear the music drop and the little, it might be a something, a little hum, you know, say it's like a lick. And that's what you did. You kill it. You have it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. So when did you like know, all right, I really have something. I'm going to really push for this thing, you know. When did you know?
Really push for what? For the song?
For the music for music period. Like you discovering yourself now, like, because to me, it's like you started to evolve. When the Twinkle Brothers helped you, you started to evolve into this.
Find myself. Yeah, because when I listen to my songs, and which is a good thing for me anyway, because when I listen back through my catalog coming up to today, I can hear growth.
Difference.
Yeah, because I was, you know, you learn to imitate and you was all over the place. So
right.
You can't, you know, and when I listen to a track, I'll be like, how would Gregory Isaac sing on this?
Okay.
You know, how would when I listen to a track, I hear a specific artist, and then I kind of hone the lyrics and everything around that artist back then. But now that I know how I want Santana for sound, now I say, all right, that's a lover's thing. How would I say it? You know what I mean? And that's what it was. So I just I always try to work out now, how would I say it? Because I can imitate a lot of people. You know, because I said that's what we did. That's what we did in hotels. You know, right. on you know, even now on weekends, I still do shows on weekend. I take my laptop and still keep myself in tune. You know what I mean? Do, you know, use backing tapes and all of this, and I still do my shows. You know, so I try my best to bring myself into the music and move people emotionally. That's all music is to me anyway. Just a vehicle to move your spirit, you know. You know, so yeah.
But I think that's you though. When I listen to this like that particular album, that is 100% you. I think you put your whole that is your identity. You know what I mean? You put your full stamp. Yeah, that album was your whole identity of your sound, how you are. Like what was Beverly saying? You're like a berry. It's a mixture of artists for true.
Yeah.
But it is
Don Hartley wants to briefly say something.
Oh,
go ahead,
okay.
Don Hartley.
Yeah, yesterday, Steve.
Yeah.
Addressed this to you. A guy on Facebook, one of my Facebook friends, he's a sound system man. I see him put out an album there called It's a Twinkle Brother production.
Yeah.
Called Such Is Life by Santana.
Yeah.
Album. Is you?
Yeah, man.
Let's say the tune bad. I mean, I listening. I tagged you in it, right? But you haven't noticed it. So you need to go on the Facebook and check where I've tagged you.
Okay. Yeah,
and
that's
you will see. Maybe them times it was the first time Twinkle did your production. It's a whole album, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an album that was done over maybe 5 or 6 years. So every time he come and record 2 songs and him lead. He give it, yeah, and then when he come back, maybe he come back for a week and then bring me the songs what I'm going to work with in the studio. And if me like 3 out of it, me just do the 3 songs and stuff. Because if you listen, some of them sound like Garnet Silk. Some of them sound like, yeah, you know, I did. Because
some heavy songs, man. Heavy songs, man. I heard 2 of them because the guy posted 2 of the songs.
Yeah, the lyrics was always there. But
every roots tune, man, it's almost like a gospelish roots, you know?
Yeah.
One thing with Norman that I remember, he told me personally that he had in his catalog, at least he could put out, I think, something crazy like 30 albums if he wanted to right now.
Yeah, man. And that's been for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is being reserved. Because I'm telling you, because when he had, I used to go see him in Brixton, when he had the studio in Brixton, right? Because when I come to England, me don't really, as I said, me not hang out. So me not have a lot of people what me know.
Yeah.
Right? So on the weekend, I go check him. And so he probably have about 2-3 albums for me too. But one thing he said to me, said, Santana, when I come here and when I turn on the light, something have happened. Yeah, because him said, him said, for him turn on him equipment, him go and record something. You know what I mean? So and I used to admire him for that. You know, that time I never have a studio. I never have, you know, I used to go from in the week, because Mafia them was nearer to me, Mafia and Fluxy.
Okay.
So they were nearer to me. So in the week I would go to Mafia and Fluxy or Stingray.
Okay.
But on the weekends, I take the train, I'm gonna go Brixton, because I'm in North London.
Right.
And Twinkie used to be in South London. Yeah.
Well, Sharon, continue. You're muted. All right.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Where are you? You're in North London, where?
I'm in Walthamstow at the moment. Well, they call it East and West. Miss out now.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to live in Edmonton. I'm now in Walthamstow.
Walthamstow, yes, know it very well.
For
so
those who don't know England, that's near Tottenham, because that's the only place I don't know.
who said that?
They want to know Tottenham and Brixton.
They know Brixton, then they know about North West London and Kent Sunrise and Wembley and all them. They know about that.
Without talking about you, other people.
No, I know. That's what people said to me too. Oh, Brixton? No, no, London.
You know,
Brixton, no, or Tottenham, because I'm much looking football. They know about Tottenham.
Yeah.
Let me just bless up Jerry. I see Jerry Harris in the building, Amelia in the building. Bless up yourself. And we have DJ Maestro also in the building. All right, so thank you for joining us. And we're speaking with Steve Santana. So yes, continue, Sharon.
Mr. Santana, now that you've blown our minds, you've opened up the cranium, you know, what you have. Right. From that album, right?
Yeah.
After you did that album, what was the reception that you got from it? like, where did it like blow up?
It's that the reception for that album was more than what I expected, because you know, everybody was starting to text me and, oh, I like this one, I like that one, and but because as Dan said, he said me need to check my Facebook. That's something I'm not really do. People call me, you know, I'm a friend of call, yeah, me play this at this dance. I have a lot of DJ brethren, and then play them and them say, yeah, Santana, they love that tune, you know, you need to come and do a PA for me or whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So it was well received. You know, it was well received. I think it was coming up to the COVID time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, because I think it came out 2019. I think.
2019. It looks like, yeah. 2019.
Yeah, it came out 2019, and you know, and it started to pick up, and it's still picking up even now.
Yeah.
You know, people are still discovering it, and people are saying, which, as I said, to me, it's fine. It's not something that I live off. You know, I want people to enjoy it if they enjoy it, buy it if they need to listen to it, you know, because I'm looking forward to doing live shows, and you know, and so I want everybody to hear it. So when I'm doing the live shows, they come out, you know. Yeah.
So I did have another question. It just slipped me just now. So since this album, there is no other album that you've put out since, as of yet, right? Are you working on new tracks?
No other album. I've been doing I've put out various singles for different producers. Don Hartley is one of them.
Oh my God, I'm still waiting to hear that one by you with Don Hartley and Sharon.
Yeah,
and Sharon Bentley, I must add, our very own Sharon Bentley.
Yeah.
Co-produced. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So I, behind the scenes, might be facilitating in that, but me not gonna say nothing right now. I 100%.
We do have Don Hartley coming to the show, I think first week in June. I think it's either I've got to find out when that date is, but it's in June, first week in June anyway.
Yeah, he's doing stuff with Sharon Bentley, you said, right?
Yes, Sharon Bentley. She co-produced it with Don Hartley.
Yes, we're coming. Yeah, so I know that now that I said, oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, I might be a part of all of that. So, but we'll talk about that later because we have so much things over here, so much music. But anyway,
yeah,
I want to ask you this question though. As you're going through this music game, and I call it a game because sometimes it's good and it's bad and it's nuts. When did you learn how to protect your music? You know, you're writing now. And a lot of people are still struggling with stuff they may have put out.
Yeah.
And they're not getting residuals, the royalties from it. When you were doing stuff with the Twinkle Brothers, did they guide you on that? Like, who helped you with that knowledge of what it's like in the music industry?
Well, to be honest, when I started recording, I said I recorded for Twinkle the very first time I recorded for him. I think maybe the second or the third time he come to Jamaica, and he said to me, come. And he took me to the PRS office.
Okay.
He says, when you do this, this is what you need to do. And yeah. So he showed me what I need to do to protect my music and the business side of it. Right?
That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
But you can't do that in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Because Jamaica, this is how a man, how me have to put it? You have to put it delicately. Listen, the reggae industry has been doing the wrong thing for a long time.
Too long.
Right. So you find that these artists who don't know their right, have been doing these recordings for various producers and they get nothing.
Still
Right.
to this day. Mm-hmm.
That is part of the reasons. Part of the reason is why I never really record for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because once I go there, I've been to studios from all over Jamaica. And when you go there, and when you see he don't want to tell you him name, him not care if you know your name. So there is something wrong.
Right.
Yeah, because you're entering into an agreement. This is a contract. You have a rhythm track that you want me to be on. I need your studio, you need a singer. But if you notice the way the dynamics of the thing is set up, it's like, me, I do something for you. You're not me.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And I have always seen myself as an equal to any human being. Yeah, nobody don't have to give me no equal rights because me know I'm equal already. So you know, me know that you can treat me all you want, but after that, I'm not gonna defend what is mine. You know what I mean? So going to Jamaica, I was in Jamaica and see all of these things, and in the end, if you start to educate people to the abuse of what is happening, eventually you get wiped out.
Yeah.
You know, people put you on like you know everything. You know what I mean? If, you know, you're always going to argument with people. You say, so with the contract, I give you a story. I can't tell you who it is, but I give you.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Go ahead.
I went to this well-known studio, and the man said to me, "All right, go in at the office, cause he knows what to do, you know." And he's saying, before you go into the studio and sing your song, you know, go up there, get the form from the lady and sign it. So anyhow, I went up there, I got the form. The lady give me a form. When I look at the form, I says, "No, it can't be this one. You don't have any more." She says, "No, that's the only form she has." I says, "All right, when he comes, I will get the right form. He will probably give me the right form." So I gave her back that form. When he come, he say, you do the tune already?" I said, "No, because the lady couldn't find the form." Yeah. When him go to the lady, he said, "You know, oh, you run out of form." She said, "No, me give him the form." And he said, "That's not it." So he said, "Yeah, man, the form this, what's wrong with this?" I said, "Well, it couldn't be the form because on the form, you know, it says song written, arranged, and produced by X, by only him. He don't hear your song yet, you know. He hasn't heard your song.
And he's taking ownership already.
But he wrote it. Even though I don't know it, but he wrote it, produced by him, everything is by him. So I says, "No, it can't be right because it says here, and I'm telling you, Bridget, I had to get people to take me out of the yard.
Good for you, stand up for yourself. Yes.
So you turn public enemy number one.
I'm telling you, I was, yes, me. I was, cause you know, you have people that are there that want to be in that man's good books, you know. So we are stab you just for the man. And the man have to tell him what for the all the man needs to know is that, ooh, him upset, done. I wish boy come upset, done. And from him, you understand? And from him said that. And the man said to me, say, "Yeah, go on like, you know, everything." He said, "All Gregory Isaac signed that." That's what I was told. And at the end, me have to, so, you know, cause of badness out the road, so me look, man have to come for me. And take me out of that studio yard. Come in, no one walk between these guys, what block the gate. Come in, no one get stabbed or cut or whatever. You know? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying to you is that Explain to me why someone like Frankie Paul having to do GoFundMe.
Exactly.
Explain to me.
Exactly.
Explain to me which artist you know that is okay in this time. Tell me one.
And to be honest, that is most of the artists who passed away quite recently had to do GoFundMe. I mean, it amazes me, you know, the amount of artists who I thought they had their business together. And
no,
wasn't
they
always
don't have it together. They don't have it together. A lot of artists, if they don't sing, they don't make no money.
I think a lot of us have fallen into that trap, you know, and I think the question now becomes, how do you continue to move forward while adopting what you know as the real business? Now you want to adopt the real business sense of things. How do you now move forward now adopting your business head rather than your, you know, the brain that you were using in the first place?
This thing, you have to have your own, right? That's the one thing. You have to have your own studio and do your thing by yourself, right? Because no one has to let you in now. You know, one time people had to let you in. You have your own studio, but when you do your song and when you go to the pressing plant or whatever, they're not putting it out because you're hard to work with, or people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, people send out the word, oh, him don't know if he move. Yeah, I don't know how to move, in that I won't allow you to rob me and keep quiet. Not that you won't rob me, you may rob me, but I won't keep quiet. That is the argument. They want you to keep quiet. You know what I mean? And so even now, you know, I record for people. And when I record with the knowledge, knowing, all right, nothing, I'm not putting out a song for the next 6 months. This guy wants me to do a track for him. How can this help me? Yeah, and I put it out with one eye open. You understand what I mean when we say one eye open?
Yes, yes.
If something come, it come. But if it don't come, it don't come. Yeah, because it's as I said, you have a situation right now where you either want to maintain a relationship or you want to just move by yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, me can't argue with people and argue, because you know I've been doing song, and even though you know the people, then when you look at it, them take all of the publishing same way.
Yeah.
You know, they still call you brethren, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they come in Santana, boy, I'm want you help me out. Me have a rhythm track. Me is a trying producer. I'm a try for record for anybody what me think is reputable. You know, if you start put out your radio show and you say, well, you know what, I have a rhythm track. I made a like an artist on it. See if it's something you that do. If it's something I like, me give you, me just do the song.
Right.
But you now need to know that you're gonna do the right thing. I know, so, all right, Santana write him song and it's my rhythm track. That's all you need to put, you know.
Yeah.
Instead, you put Santana write the song, it is my rhythm track, but Santana is signed to my publishing company. So then all monies go to
you.
Go to that person, and then that person don't let you know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, I can put it this way: the only royalty check that I've ever received comes from a Twinkle label.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he ensured you did it in the right and proper way.
Yeah, he made sure.
He did it. You understand? As I said, no matter what any singer tell you, there's ways around the business that they do, and they rip you off. And I know of all the ways. You may know of all the ways. But what happens now is that you find out. You know, you find out, and now you have to fight for what was yours. And within that fight, you now have an enemy. Even though they know that what they were doing to you is wrong. You know what I mean? So for instance, we write a song together. I'm in the studio, I write the song, and I said the song is called Sunday. Right? You know the song is called Sunday before we left the studio. It's when you register that song, you register that song as Monday. And you register one as Sunday.
We
the
don't
one that
put everything there.
Monday. Yeah.
Or they even spell your name wrong.
Yes.
Deliberately.
There's money coming back to them. But what I'm saying is when they show you the receipt says, all right, Sunday only sold 10 copies.
Right.
But you don't understand that Monday is round the corner.
Right.
They're not pushing Sunday. They're pushing Monday.
Yeah.
But they've got all the rights to that.
Mm.
Yeah. And so now, because now I'm looking at my catalog now and I'm seeing stuff that wasn't done properly.
Yeah. Deliberately.
Yeah? Deliberately. And after 20 years now, 20 years of even, no matter what somebody tell you, 20 years of not being paid, you're probably owed maybe 30 grand over the time.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably owed 30 grand now. So
and
now
even if you're owed, even over 20 years, if you're owed 30 grand or whatever that amount is, apparently, according to the industry, you can only claw back 7 years.
5 to 7 years.
Something like that, yeah. 5
to 7 years. But but the thing is, you can claw it back, but you're gonna need a lawyer, and you're gonna need to be, you're gonna need to be very tenacious. Yeah, tenacious. This is what I'm saying. Then it comes to the point where you're gonna think, hang on, do I need this relationship? You want to mess up your virgin for £1,000. This is because you have to think about that. That is the bottom line. That is the bottom line, what it's going to be like. So
well, let's deal with that right now. How do you deal with that, knowing that you still want to sing? There's still so much songwriting and delivery from you. You still want to, go forward in the industry itself. How do you still fight for your rights as well as want to be noticed for the person that you are as an individual, as a singer? Now, we all know about payola and all these other things. We know about blacklisting. I know so many people who've been blacklisted in the industry, not necessarily reggae, but in the soul industry as well. How do you move forward?
Well, as I said, right now, if you don't do things yourself, it is very hard for you to claim what is yours from another man.
Hence the reason why you have a studio behind you.
That's why, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So thankfully, all those dishonest people, them allow me to build my own thing.
You get the 10-star salutes.
Yeah, and they still call me. And when them call me, I still answer my phone.
Yeah.
Still answer my phone. Listen to me. You see when a man owe you money, never you be upset with him. Yeah? Because that him want. He want you to be upset with him, that's him that have to pay you. Yeah.
And come like say your name Nostradamus is like it's kind of like a similar conversation this morning.
You see when me spy with it, because if you owe me £100, and I'm vexed with you, you not have to pay me and you not have to talk to me again. Yeah. But you see, if me not vexed with you, that conscience, every man have a conscience, So when me call you, Mr. Why the 10 star? You have to explain to me. Why was Santana? Why we know still owe you that?
Yes. Yes. It's true. It's true.
I might not get it back.
Yeah.
But we might get it in kind, because at some point, now that's a 10 star. I send you a tune in a plate for me. You know, so you owe me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna play it for me.
Yes.
You get us. So so that's how we move. You know, I'm gonna get it back on the back end some way, somehow. Yeah. And to be honest, we're not talking about millions of dollars.
Right.
You know, this is reggae. But over years of someone not paying you. You know, this is why you have producers that put 10, 20 artists on a rhythm track. If him rip off 10, 20 artists, £100, that's $2,000.
Well, I tell you what, I think the main thing for me as an individual, because I don't produce it myself, and I still got albums which I do want to put out, and I'm so happy that I haven't put them out at this point in time, because the things that I'm continually learning as the days go by, and one of those things is knowing that that, you know, there's the industry part of things. Especially the business part, where you have to really claw back what is due unto you, right? Now, there's those unscrupulous individuals who would try to rip away from you what is due unto you. One of the things that I'm sure you've been through yourself is the fact that, you know, you put a lot of your sufferation into your works. I know that I pumped thousands into some of my productions and trying to get it out there. And there's always, you know, because initially we may not understand the industry for what it is, there's someone who's creaming the benefits from what is due unto you as an artist. You see where I'm coming from? And for me, the most important fact that I want to make mention of is the fact that you know what you went through in order to get the money, in order to support that project that you wanted to do initially, if that was the case that you went through. You see where I'm coming from? Yeah,
but when you look at, we're still being ripped off from all angles. Yeah. Fortunately enough, I don't know Sharon, but for me and you, General, I believe that we've come through that transitional period of cassette to record to this. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Yes.
Right.
Who told you I'm that old?
No, man.
First of all, you know, stop me looking all right then. Me not show me age.
Yeah, but let's not judge the book by the cover at the moment.
Well, thank you so much. I will take it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy myself some dino.
But I'm saying though, when you was a kid and when you hear the song on the radio, you press record for your cassette.
Yes.
Right? So it's been a long time music has been dealt with as if it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, you put a song, look how much thousands you spend to put up a song, and it's on YouTube. And how much a play you get for one? Not something.
Pittance.
Yeah,
0.5. It's true.
Right? So now we have gone from and YouTube have millions, hundreds of millions of people that are listening to that song. Now compare that to your little one producer with a box of record on them arm.
Yeah.
And him sell one for £25 and him not give you no money. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you're saying that you don't want to put out the music, but I'm telling you this. You see a song that is in your head, it's no good to you. People have to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you put it out there. It's out there. Because you see, when you start, because there are certain good problems where you have to have it. When you sing a cover version and me sing a cover version and Drake start look for me for the money. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I hear you.
Yeah, when you sing some, because when the money amount up to a lot of money, you say, hey, you go get a lawyer. You know what I mean? You get a lawyer and you say, hey, this is owed to me.
Yeah.
At the moment now, me go get a lawyer and the lawyer go look on Spotify and he say, oh, your song was played 1 million times and hold on. you see it's not a check and he said, oh, you owe 20 pounds. I even charge me 500 pounds an hour.
Right. Yeah.
You're a joker.
When he said, oh, he didn't know that. He said, oh, yes, your song was played 1 million times. And I've heard him think, whoa, this is worth me chasing.
Yeah.
And then when you start to calculate how much you get for 1 million plays, and you say, hold on. The enthusiasm starts to out time body. Hold on. Oh, okay. You know how much me charge, right? At this point, you owe money.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah,
but for that jokes aside, listen, if you don't put songs out, and this is it, a man have a rhythm track and it sound good to me, and I don't have any project coming out in another 6 months, me do something. Keep my name.
So how do you deal with people like Mafia and Fluxy and then people there who may have a tough rhythm track? I know you work with Mafia and Fluxy. What was your time working with them? What was that like, Mafia and Fluxy? And
I still work with them. Me still work with them because, as me said, them learn the business in a bad way. You know? Yeah. So, and as I said, most of my catalog now, them can't take it back from me. You know, I am blessed to be voiced on certain rhythm tracks and it's there. You know, history has recorded it. You know, they can't take it away. And if later on, it can always be cleaned up. You know, if people start to recognize me now and start to go back to my back catalog, as you're saying I can claw back 7 years. Yeah? So, yeah, 7 years back money. So I'm saying
supposed to be 7 years.
So I'm saying if people start to recognize what I'm doing now and start to go back into my back catalog and we start to see the sales and everything, then we can say, hold on, me have to go reclaim these monies now. You know, the money what you did have with the record box under your arm, you can keep that. Yeah. But this now is my one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, there's ways around it. You can record your song again.
Yeah.
Because just like how they learn the business, I learn it. Right. Yeah. So I can take my song, because I've done that. I've recorded my song with the hope that some producer would come to me and say, hey, you recorded my song. But nobody will come to me yet.
Yes, right.
Nobody will come to me. So tit for tat.
Good. That's how you do it.
To me, you know, because me not really, I joke a lot, you know, I mean, laugh about certain things, but I'm not that guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do you see because to be quite honest, if Don Hartley didn't approach me and say, General, take a listen to this artist, I wouldn't have known your name out there. And I try to make myself very vast in terms of who's out there and who does what. But your name is not a name that I remember coming across but I've listened to your music, and quite honestly, anything I saw online with your name on it, I just went out there and bought it because
Yeah,
I
me
can
too.
honestly say I will play this music out there. So I have whatever comes with Steve Santana out there. I went out and bought it.
Yeah,
You
but
see where I'm coming from?
did you hear? I have a song out called "Hope You're Proud." Did you see that one?
Hope you're proud. No, I didn't see that one out there.
That's
No.
what, so this is so now this is where certain things are trying to be hidden.
Yeah. That didn't show anywhere online whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well, I see it on YouTube now. It's Live and Love Rhythm or something like that.
And even so while we're talking about it, because I know you have some productions with Norman Grant from Twinkle Brothers. So how is that going to be widely available to people? Where can people get, your music like that, for instance?
Well, Twinkle has his thing sewn up, because
Is it just vinyl only, or does he deal with digital?
Twinkle deals with vinyl.
Vinyl only, okay.
Yeah, Twinkle deals with vinyl. So his thing, and right now he's probably got a warehouse full of vinyl.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And every now and then he keeps me informed. He says, "Boy, Santana, people still ask me for that song you recorded X amount of years. So I have to reprint. I'm going to reprint another 500 or another 1,000." But you see, this is how it works, on us.
And I guess that's the way he can make his money back. Because I remember when I was selling vinyl, when I did some releases, I did them on vinyl, and they were selling.
Yes.
You understand? If I did 1,000 copies, 1,000 copies would sell, because I did it sale on return.
That's it. But you see, but you had control over that.
That's right. Yeah.
But if a man take your vinyl now, record it, and put it up on YouTube. Yeah, now it's free.
Yeah, I see the problem.
You get what I'm saying? Now it's free. Right. But as I said, we used to do that when we were kids. We used to copy on the cassette. Yeah, when it play on the radio, we press the cassette and we copy it, and we get Yeah, we used to do that. So I've seen the evolution of it. You know what I mean? And the only people that make millions are the people who controlled at the top.
Yeah.
Artists can show off and say, "Oh, I've got millions of dollars," but somebody wrote him a check.
Yeah.
And that man ain't showing off. You know what I mean? I'm like, you sing a song and I say, all right, General, I give you 2 million. All right, Sharon, I give you 5 million. And you go and show off to your friend and say, "I've got 5 million in the bank." I wrote you that check. So how much money you think I got? You understand me? For me to give you 5, it means I probably made 100 million of what you just got. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about it. I don't want nobody to know. So this is where we are. We're on the business side of our music. So yeah.
So in terms of recognition, let's talk about recognition. In terms of recognition, do you feel like you are recognized for the works you do, especially here in the UK? I'm just talking about the UK only.
No, I don't think I'm recognized for the work, and I don't think I'm recognized personally. So
what is the stumbling block?
Listen, I have no one to blame but probably me.
What are you doing wrong?
As I said, I'm not that socialite person. I'm not that person who, because there's a level where you have to be. Even you have to be one of the guys. Yeah, you have to be one of the guys who will sit down outside and smoke and drink and hang out. You don't have nothing to do, and somebody said to you, say, let's go down, General. And they just turn up. Yeah. me always find something for doing. I'm not that guy to hang out and talk about back in the days, and that's not me. Yesterday is yesterday. I'm dealing with today, and I just keep doing that. What can I do today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so because you don't hang out, or someone going to come to you and say, well, we're having a drink up. For what?
Okay, so when we look at this conversation that we're having now on this show, what have you learned that you feel you have to do in order to make yourself widely known?
As I said, widely known for what?
Okay, in order for your music to sell, in order to get known to the wider public, in order to get played on the radio more, is that left just to the producers? Are the producers doing what they are supposed to do? Especially the ones who you're voicing for.
Well, I think,
is it left just to them, or do you play a part in that? You know what I mean?
I don't think it shouldn't be left just up to them. You know, it shouldn't be left just up to them. But as you said, what you need to do to make yourself recognized. To be recognized, you need to be out there. You need to be
I have to say, your social media is atrocious. I have to say, I'm speaking on behalf of Don Hartley as well, and everybody. It's atrocious. Wait, put out your hand. Put out your hand like this. Put it out. I'm going to beat it.
No, but you ask, it's like if I said to you, what do you need to do in your community to be more recognized? What do you need to do? You need to go outside. Yeah.
Put in the work.
Yeah, you need to go outside and say, hello, neighbor. Hi, I am so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I sing, and I don't do that.
Right.
So I'm not blaming anybody. So
when Don is bringing you out of your shell then.
Yeah. So when I put my song online, if you like my song and you don't even know me, right. I don't mind.
Don Hartley, unmute.
I don't mind. You know what I mean?
Yes. I hear him, you know.
Don Hartley, me and you have spoken about these subjects time and time again. And I know you're imparting the knowledge onto Steve Santana. Now, he's a great artist. We love what he's doing, and we wish him the best for the future. But why? You have to take it in the back of his hand and smack it. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? The thing is, it's like I identify with him a lot because I am halfway the way him stay. So I can relate to what he's saying. So I am the best person to help bring him out of his shell because, you know, I am also needing to come out of my shell.
Thank you. Well, you see, I've been to Roots Dance, a Roots session, and they're playing my song, and the people are having a good time, and no one knows that it's me, and I'm there.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't mind.
Yeah. It's a goodness.
Yeah, I don't mind. As long as people enjoy what I'm doing, and you know, if I'm gonna argue about money, it must be when there's no money in my pocket. Yeah, and if there's money in my pocket, I don't really worry about money. When there's no money in my pocket, I'm gonna say, yo, you owe me something. You know,
I have a summary to all of this. It's a long time song. Our day will come.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some shows, man. I'll get a band together.
Right.
I promise to get a band together. I'm gonna do some live shows, and hopefully
I'll be there.
yeah, and we can come to America and Canada and wherever. Because as I said, I've done shows in Germany, in the Netherlands.
Right.
And is Twinkle song them a run over there?
I can imagine.
Yeah, when you go abroad, you see this lovers album is to suit people in England and the ladies in England and stuff like that.
Yeah,
When you go abroad, you ever see Barry Salmon on a festival?
For real, you don't.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Barry Salmon on a festival. It's changing now. It's changing now. But every time you go on YouTube, if you look at any reggae show, it's gonna be.
Especially when it comes to root steppers. Yeah. People want to hear that in Europe. Yeah.
The roots. They don't even want to hear DJs or anything like that.
Right. They want to skank.
Yeah. There's a reason why wouldn't do Inner Heights and that kind of album.
Yeah.
And when he comes to Europe, that is what he's gonna have to do. He can't do Batty Ride and them tunes.
Yeah.
They don't work because, as I said, the lyrical content, roots music is as I said, like a reference book.
Right.
You know, you don't need it till you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when you come abroad and you just create that hype, and no one remembers you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I always try to write in terms of a reference book. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you listen to that Lovers album, it's like a reference book for different segments of love. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's what I do. But I don't expect to in England, and when I go to a club, I will do the Lovers album. But I don't think that on the bigger scale, that is what people gravitate to reggae for.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, reggae has always been anti-establishment.
Yes.
Speaking truths and rights, and that's what it is about. It's that's so, and that's what I grew up with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just gonna be true to me and be true to reggae and do what I love. And if people love it and love the journey, then fine, come with me. If you don't love the journey, then you have to go for the next train. You know.
Well, I tell you what, in order, we're going to round up this conversation. I thank you for coming on the show. I want to come to Sharon. Is there any other questions you may have for Steve Santana?
No questions. I think that I'm real proud of what you're doing. I got to tell you that, Steve. I think I respect the fact that, okay, you may not be that man who'll be like, well, let me go have a drink up with this one and that one. That's okay. That is really okay if that's not you. With your social media, as you know, times have changed since back then. You know what I'm saying? You can't put that one to the side. I'm just saying, I respect that, but you're learning. But at least, you know what I'm saying? You're willing to learn and do your part. It doesn't actually have to have you outside. You could do that in your own time. You know what I'm saying? As you learn, you know what I'm saying?
You spend that said to me, say, you have a Facebook? We said, of course we have a Facebook. When you look for it, the last time we logged on was 2012.
That we talk about.
That's what we're talking about. And that, you know what? I get it. I fully understand that. So that's what I'm saying. Well, now is your time. You got to learn. You know what I mean? Because
I have learned it. I will go for it every now and then.
No, and listen.
At least once a week.
At least once a week, maybe more than once. But since COVID, though, since COVID hit, that's all everybody had was the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter and the that. And they still stayed relevant. You know what I'm saying? God forbid we don't even know what else is coming. We're in the era of social media now. It can make you or break you, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to step outside. That's the bad part. It can make you or break you.
Yeah, but a lot of people relevant online and irrelevant in a real life.
True.
Right. I'm irrelevant in a real life. So, quite serious thing. But
that's what I'm saying. But that's my point, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole point.
You see, I have a phone here, you know, right? And you see, anybody wanna ring me after a year or two, you know, me just delete them number, you know. Yeah. Cause them are not my friend.
Right.
Them is not my friend, them is not my family.
Right.
So I'm saying right now, Don did a great thing. Thank you, Don. He put me up on the Facebook and he put me on this. And I may have 200 friends.
You go and get more. If me have 200 friends.
But you know, Steve, when me and Steve are on the phone, you know, it's nothing less than an hour with them on the phone.
Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
You see, so it's a man where when he gets to go.
When you engage, you
engage, fire up.
Right.
But you see, I say that to say this. You see, them say all the people that have Google and Facebook and all these things, they call you users, you know.
Yeah.
They say, are you a user? You know the other people that want a user? Drug addicts.
Santana's in the wrong trade, man. The man should be a comedian.
You, man, he got
I'm not a user.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
I just log on and talk to people, and I'm not a user. I know use every day. Put it that.
I tell you what. I understand what you're saying, because even I have like so many people, so many thousands on Facebook, but I can't stomach that platform right there. So I just shut it down altogether, deactivate the page.
You got to do it sometime. We deactivate one page already, in it now.
Yeah, man, we have to lock down one of them, innit?
I had one of them, lockdown, and cause before you know it, people were upset with me, cause them send me friend requests and me not respond.
Right.
Them upset with me. I see them out the road. Oh, you don't respond me. Yo, me say, but we ain't a friend. Yeah. So why when you send me a request, I'm gonna click the button, you're upset? Me and your friend already. You see how the Facebook get between me? Yeah, true. All right, boss. And
that's what they call the Trelawney effect.
Well, look, me know Sharon now, and me know you, General, right? Right? If you need, you can get my number and everything.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
If you send me a friend request and I don't click that button, you're not supposed to get upset with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you sent me, you say, all right, you want me to do this Zoom thing? Be ready for this time. I'm going to make myself available.
Yeah.
Right? So if you need me for anything else, I will be available.
Yeah.
But if you're going to say, boy, I could go have a Zoom party. We stay on Zoom and we have a drink and chat. That's not me. That's not me. You're going to need another friend. You have different friends, different things. And if you ask me to do the wrong thing, if you ask your friend to do the wrong thing, you're going to end up not like your friend.
Right. Right.
So some friends are very dependable. If there's a party and it's talk about girls, he will be there for you. But if you say, boy, I'm going to move that sofa here, don't ask him, ask another friend. So you go. But I will try my best. I take everything that you say on board. Thank you for liking my music. Thank you everybody online who logged in and who has heard the album. I think if you keep giving me encouragement like this, I will come out of my shell.
Well, that's why we're doing it. We wanted to give you, we wanted to pay. The whole point is, Steve, is to pay homage to what you're doing. What you're doing is amazing, and you are yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have your own style, and we love your style. So again, we are Team Santana. Matter of fact, where Santana come from? Because you is Campbell. Where Santana come from?
Say, they never used to call me Santana. And when we start singing, them say, but you need a name. And I was at a record shop the day, and I saw the band Santana logo on that one with the fancy logo. And I said, Santana, man. We just like the name, and then that's all right, Santana. And that was that.
Okay.
That's the positive one.
That's the positive one. All right then.
Yeah.
But we like that one. But we love it. We love it. We love it. It's like it works. It's like, oh yeah, Santana, we like it. You're big and you're bad. We love it.
Yeah.
It suits you, man. It suits you.
It does suit you. It suits you. It does. It suits you though. 100%.
Sharon, do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
Well,
thank you for you know, I forgot to edit this, man. I'm chat a load of crap. But anyhow.
No, everything is good, man. You're good.
No. We will tell you right now, you were yourself. You brought yourself. You weren't hiding nothing. You were straight up, and that's what we need. We needed straight facts. People need to understand who you are. It coming like you don't really play no games. You was to the point, and we like that. No, that's respect to you. That shows you the man. So feel good about that. You look good, you look all right, you look like you get your hair fixed up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You put your little self together. That's how them little things in it.
Yeah, we get sprucing sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we need a little sprucing. I feel good about myself. Like that.
Shall wind me up, man.
No, man, I'm not. Listen, Ted, I will tell you. Listen, anybody that's in the room know me. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. If you look good, I'm going to tell you, sir, get a couple of things together and spruce up yourself, but you don't need nothing. You look all right. You have the right remedy going on right now. Get yourself. You have a little dimple on the side. We notice everything, you know. When I'm smiling, I'm a little dimple around. So you have it.
Sharon, you're a trip.
That's you should over there with your general. So where in America are you, Sharon?
I am in New Jersey.
Oh, that's New York.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like half an hour, 45 minutes from New York. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Close to everything.
Okay, you left from England and go to New York?
Yeah, many years ago, long time, long. I've been here a very long time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Many
years.
Mm.
Well, I have a few friends in New York. If me ever come to New York, I will tell General and I will hook you up.
You just come. The studio is in the basement. Like, me feel like I want to record something. I come. My house. For real.
So you sing to
studio, big studio.
Yeah, we have a little thing downstairs. Yeah, you're very welcome anytime you come.
So you're doing your thing?
Yeah, been doing my thing for a while. You know, I
like no one other.
So them stay.
Listen, no, but we have to ask the questions, because if you don't know, we're gonna push you in the direction, but for you to know, right? If you don't know, we're gonna tell you, but if you know, we want you to let people know that you know about it. Don't mess with him and know where my door.
Yeah, but all right, so now I've got to clean up my catalog then. All right, me give you no work now.
Yeah.
One shot.
At least when they hear the American voice, General, people respect it more and say, hello, yeah, my name is Sean. I'm calling from
Hey,
New
what's
York.
up?
Yeah,
What's up?
to Mr. Steve Santana's catalog. Is there anyone I can speak to, please? Thank you. Put up the money. I'm not gonna call I'm a liar if I knew it.
You know Santana's in the wrong trade, right? He should be a comedian.
He should have been a comedian, man. He's true. Listen, that just shows the greatest personality ever. That is why you will.
Anyway, I tell you what, let's go straight into the audience questions.
Yes.
Sharon, go ahead.
If there's anybody in the audience who wants to say a word or ask Santana a question, we are asking that you do so now. Make the man feel good about himself because we so happy with him.
I feel good about myself, you know. I don't rely upon others to make me feel good enough.
All right, so either way, we don't need for him to feel good about himself. Any questions, please ask him. You're too funny. You're so funny.
Listen, people.
DJ Maestro's in the building.
Yo. I want to have a question. All right.
Jerry Harris.
Jerry Harris.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes some artists don't rely on cover songs. But I would say, since his name's Santana, you should try to do over one of Santana's songs. Cover of Santana. You never know.
Yeah, you mean like the Black Magic Woman or something like that?
No, like something more current, or if you're doing Black Magic Woman or something like that, it has to be your take on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's your style, you're not exactly what Santana would do, but you'd use them guitar solo and, you know, different things. But Santana have some other famous millennium songs that really made it in the Grammy and stuff. So I would recommend to do a Grammy Santana song. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I'll take it on board because, you know, I do, I will do a cover version, you know, but it has to, I really, it's something I have to love from a long time, you know?
But, you know, what I'm looking at is that Santana well-known over the world as a world-known Grammy winner, a well-known music icon. So I think it would be, I mean, sometimes we are speculating right now, but maybe you go and do it. Next thing you know, it bring you right back into the business a certain way that you didn't even expect. Because sometimes what happened here, you see, sometimes the struggling music business, sometimes we have doubts, but we need to try more and really put more effort into, like, throw away the doubts. And just try, you know what I mean? So, plus, I like your take on a lot of things and your knowledge about the music business, because you already have a self-awareness of all the things that can happen. And then I don't find some artists that well-known in the business, they're just collecting cash and carry. But most of them, because listen, I speak to a lot of artists, musicians, studios. I've been in the business for over, I think it's 40 years now. And I work with all the people. So some people, I have to give them the insight of what their rights is. You know, so I'm like to, you know, to congratulate you on you have that awareness of your rights. Because most people don't have their rights. They don't know their rights.
But and also because of me knowing the rights, you have a lot of, as you said, because you have to remember my era would have been 90s dancehall, 80s, 90s. Right. But because of that knowledge, I couldn't record. You understand?
Right. So I got you.
So everyone has its caveats and stuff like that. So, you have the artists now that have recorded that you may look on them as popular now. But they were robbed in order to become popular. So it's the toss-up. What would I want to do? Would I
But
have
you know,
to be artist
you know
or-
what too? You know what too? The people that came into the business in the 90s, they're not knowledgeable about the rights of the artist because most of them don't deal with paperwork.
Yeah.
Just cash and carry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you find that the people that also were the producer, the one that behind the scene that putting out the money, they didn't know either. So all of these trickle down to, yeah, just make money from sales, but then the artists suffer not protecting their rights.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now, like you were saying, like some producer don't want to advise you because maybe you bring a paperwork to them, say, boy, if you sign this before we start recording, then a man look at you like, yo, I want to better deal with, you know what I mean? Because what, what am I come with, you know?
Yeah, too much of him like a hustle, guy have 20 kids out, that's why with a record without signing the paper. So,
right. But you see what happened through that, because most of the dancehall ghetto artists get a break. So them not think about no paperwork. All them need some cash. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna think about their rights.
But because me did have cash, I have to think about my rights.
Right.
Because as I said to you, I started working from high school. I work in hotels. So I had the money. I was making money. So now me going to the studio, I know that this is gonna be business.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you don't have any money, people want to tell you what to say, how to say it. And
that's what it is.
That's what it is. Even your roots artists them before when they just start to look at Capleton. In order to make his big break, he might have to say something slap because he's hungry and he need the money.
Right.
Yeah. So
same thing with Bojo, you know.
After him break now, then him venture into what he want to say.
Right.
Yeah, but I never needed to do that. I just say what I want to say and just
right.
Yeah.
But I would say, you're fortunate enough that you have into a position that could happen, because one thing about the people that get the opportunity was more ghetto youth, and they use ignorance in the music, and then that bring down the reggae market to a level where your own Jamaican, they're not supporting you. So if you're not coming a certain way, a man just say, why, come off a stage, you know what I mean? Because he want to hear certain things. I would have better there deal with. So if you come with your lovers rap now and try to smooth things out, they don't want that. Yeah. They just want to hear you tell the girl them what to do, and man to do this and man for that. You know what I mean? So they run for that. So I like your input though, that I find you knowledgeable now and knowing what your rights is, and that's a plus. So stay on that path, man,
Thank you very much. I know I will not take it too serious, brother. As long as there's food on the plate and there's daily bread, we're good.
Yeah. But think about that Santana thing I'm telling you.
I will do, man.
Think about it, because
I have to go research a whole heap of song them now. And
no. What I'm saying, check for his Grammy awarded songs.
But
the one he won Grammy.
It pissed me off when I put in Santana and I Google and then keep popping up. I'm want to see myself.
Well, guess what? Guess what? You need to come alongside him. So when people Google, Santana, you pop up with him with a different style of thing. You know what I mean?
I think it's big man.
Guess what? That's just my intake on that. That's my input, because you never know. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Bless. Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah.
Jerry.
All right.
Be audacious and bring in Amelia, Kyra. Kyra, are you there? I would like to bring in Kyra. Kyra.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Kyra, how are you?
I'm going to put my headphones in. Hold on a second.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll soon introduce Kyra to you.
Okay, I'm here. Hello.
Kyra, thank you for being here today.
You're so welcome. It was a lovely interview. It was great questions and great answers.
Thank you. You are a phenomenal empress in the industry herself. Just, if you would, just briefly introduce yourself and what you've done in the industry before I ask you the question.
Okay. I toured with Boney M, Loose Ends. I work with Donny, Omar, they're all UK soul singers. I'm a songwriter. I do production, bit of editing, mixing, meditation, poetry books, podcast, and merchandise and designing. I think that's it.
Maybe we were talking this morning about the music business itself. I think we were talking for hours.
We were, yeah.
And here we are, kind of this conversation with the great Steve Santana, and we're having the similar conversation, not orchestrated, by the way. It just happened that way.
I thought, I was like, wow, you guys are touching on things that we were discussing today. And yes, unfortunately, I studied music and performing arts and got to learn all these kind of things beforehand.
What did you hear today from this discussion?
I hear that it's common that there are producers out there or people coming off as publishers. So it's really the publishers that are making agreements with people and taking full rights over songs, masters of songs, and the people and the artists, the production people don't really know what's going on if they're like separate from the publishers. And they'll say that we'll pay you your money, don't do a contract, don't send statements, release songs under different names and collecting royalties and basically giving you breadcrumbs.
Yeah, that's if you get the breadcrumbs.
If you get the breadcrumbs, exactly. And I was just saying that, yes, you can go in. Now we know, yes, it only goes back a certain amount of time, but you can make claims against music and songs that are out there.
I mentioned 7 years. Can you go deeper than 7 years?
I don't think so, but not to collect royalties, but any song that's out there that's registered on PRS, if it belongs to you, you can challenge it and take it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's free, and you don't need solicitors.
Right.
You know, but when it comes to royalties and things like that, that's when it gets a bit tricky.
What do we need to do in order to secure ourselves when someone calls us up and says they want us to do a song for them? What should we ideally be doing in terms of the business side of things?
Okay, so contracts are great, but they don't really mean anything, to be quite honest, unless you've got a solicitor to fight against something. So before you go into it, my suggestion is to build a relationship with that person, to do your homework, to do your research, if you're writing or producing a song, get it registered first. So you do it in your own space. Right. And you get it registered first, and you let them know that's what you do, and you get it registered with PRS. And then you can just go into the database. You can start looking up songs that maybe this publishing company has done in regards to, you know, songs that may be released under a different name. But if your song blows up, it doesn't matter if it's under a different name, you're going to find it, because it's not easy to get royalties. So if your song does blow up, and it's under a different name, you're going to know. You hopefully would have registered the song beforehand anyway. Old school, what some people do is when they write a song, they stick it on a CD and they put their lyrics there and they send it registered post back to themselves, and they don't open it.
Right. Yes. Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
That's an old school way of doing it. I don't know if there's lyrics things online, but I know that there's companies that will register your works in regards to lyrics and music as well. So you just got to look for them. But most importantly, I think it's building relationships with people. And when you speak with them before you even go to record anything, you just check their history, you check their reputation. And now we've got the internet, we don't really need anybody to do things for us like that.
Right.
You know, we've got options. And like you say, as long as you're eating something, sometimes it's more important to be eaten than to be ripped off.
Yeah.
It's true. And as you say, we have the means of doing it now, but back then you didn't.
You didn't know.
No, especially back in Jamaica and stuff. You say we should have built a relationship, but these guys drive past us in their car and you can't talk to them.
Of course I'm talking about now, because back then I think it's not even just Jamaica. I think there was a lot of sort of gangster type people in, like, it's common. Prince, Madonna, you know, they've all got they've got their stories of masters being held and for lifetime or 50 years that they'll own the whole thing and they'll collect all the royalties, and then they'll deduct all their expenses, and then they'll give you the pittance of money after working your ass off, literally working you into an early grave.
And that was the norm. It was a norm from the record companies go all the way down. Everyone was ripping off the artists. Even when people say, oh, they signed to big record companies, you sign to the record company, you don't get all that money.
No.
Yes, right.
You get a virtual account, and you know the record company says, well, you must work with 10 Star General to do this album, and he charges £1,000 an hour.
I know, right? Ridiculous, right?
and they send a car to pick you up from your house, and that's their limousine.
That's theirs.
Oh no, you're paying for that. It's coming out of your advance or your monies or your royalties.
It's coming out of your royalties. You ain't getting no. By the time you release your album and your album sells, they say, right, your album sold. It sold $1 million, but remember, 5 Star General, he worked 1,000 hours on this album, so he needs to get 100,000 out of it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm so glad now that we know, though. We know better now.
But this is it. But now that we know, what has happened is now that we've got a lot of enemies.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You can find new people, because the world, I think back then, the world was so small that if you made an enemy out of somebody, it would block you everywhere. And now that's not the case. The internet has opened everything up. Yes, it may be harder. Yes, you may have to pay for marketing and promotions. Yes, you may have to bring people in on your team. However, you can have the freedom of being in control of your art and your music to a certain degree. And that is very powerful. And also, you know, even though you say your time was the 80s, the 90s, you know, your time is now too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making music. Your time is until you decide you don't want to do it no more, or you know, your time is to leave. And even when you go, you're still going to have your legacy of your music.
What I mean is, I came up in that era, but I never really recorded a lot in that era. So that is what really happened. But as you're saying now, you know, there's a lot of people that are releasing music. Back then, when you heard, like, it felt like we're only 20 songs coming out a week, because all the record companies controlled everything.
That's right. Yeah.
So when Whitney Houston's song comes out, that's the song all over the world. You never heard another song.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're getting maybe 70,000 songs a day.
Yeah.
Because an artist can just do bam, press it, and it goes up on YouTube, or it goes where it goes. So now it's like we're getting a high influx of music, but at the same time, that reggae fraternity is a very small niche. It's the same people. The same people that General goes to and Sharon goes to. It's the same people in New York, VP Records, Green Slave, whoever. It's a small niche of people. So now that you've realized, oh, this guy ripped me off. He ripped off every artist that you know about.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't tripping about it. I'm just saying that this is the reality of it. Unfortunately, a lot of those artists don't have any money and nothing to come back to.
Mm.
You know
But
what I
what's
mean?
stopping you? What's stopping you from just handling business?
I am handling business. That's why I did
Yeah, this
that
is what
was
I'm
my
saying. So
problem.
if you know, we make enemies, but so be it. You know, and I think that even if it's not for us and it's for future generations, we start creating our own enterprises and we speak up. You don't have to speak up with vexation, but you can speak up and show awareness, you know, and then you can just create things that maybe you can be passing on to future generations. And it's probably what you're doing now, showing them how it can be done, educating them, telling them to, you know, study it in college, do it online, or mentoring young people. You can hear my little daughter in the background, you know, and I personally think that we shouldn't be fearful of making enemies, unless, of course, you know, someone's coming to look for you, gangster wise. You got to be mindful. But generally, if you handle business in a certain way, they just become aware, don't they? Like, I think you said something about that in earlier in your interview, that you don't come with anger, you just let them know you're aware. You know?
But nobody don't really come and look for me, you know.
That's good, but this is what I'm saying. We're not frightened to make enemies in this industry. You know, I think that's where the newer generation is coming. We're not scared to make certain enemies, so to speak, and I say in inverted commas because it's not real enemies. It's more like, you know, business enemies. But we should speak our mind. We should say we know better now, and this is how we're going to be conducting business from this moment on. You know, we're cool. If you don't want to do this, that's fine. You know.
But that's what I said. I've songs that I've done before. I've re-recorded them and put them up.
Remaster it
as myself, and
and
I was hoping that someone would come and look for me, but they haven't come yet. And
because they know, because they know legally you have every right to do that. Because what the publishers own is the master of that track. You know, so if you didn't sign a contract to say that you signed over your rights as a writer or a producer, they have no leg to stand on. So you can re-release it as a master, as a new recording, however you want to do it, the exact same song, right? And put your own ISRC code in there for your own record label, and they cannot come for you. Because they have no leg to stand on. It's that particular recording with their ISRC coded into the metadata that they own, not the actual song itself, unless you signed it away.
What was your name again?
Sorry?
What was your name?
ISRC, I think it is.
ISRA. No, your name. What's your name?
Oh, my name. Oh, Kyra. Kyra Simone.
Kyra, So if they do come and look for me, I'm calling you, you know.
You can. If you didn't sign anything, because if you didn't sign away your rights, because they did a boo-boo as well by not getting you, by, you know, releasing stuff without your signature. You can also, if they registered with PRS, like I said, it doesn't matter how far back it goes, right? And you've got no contract, and these are your songs, and you've got the songs, you can go in and you can make a claim against that song and have it removed.
I'm just finding them now. I'm just finding them now. Like I've seen like where licenses have been changed over from one set of publishers to the next.
I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? I've seen that as well. Yeah.
Finding a lot of you know, discrepancies. But you can. I'm at that point where I'm thinking, do I want to spend my time in the past, or do I want to just do what I'm doing?
You can do it and do what you're doing. You can do both. It depends on how many songs you've got. You know, you go in, you search your songs, you click it, and you send it off, and boom, it's contested. You know, so you can choose particular songs.
The royalties will be frozen until someone clears it up.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. You know, and I think it's really important to recognize as well that even if you re-record the song and you call it something different, sometimes PRS matches the song according to the song that's there already. So sometimes, especially if you think it's a really good song, it's worth it, you know?
Yeah.
So you don't have to do everything. You choose your battles wisely. I know because an ex did that to me. So I just remastered everything, put it out there, and that was it. The end. Yeah.
And you know that's something that William Hart taught me from the Delphonics, and he said he just remastered these stuff and he put them on his own website.
Yeah, we got Bandcamp. Yeah, if people want to download and buy things from me directly. I think what's really important is marketing and promotion, and that costs a little bit of money. But once you've got your foundation, which you have, and you're out there, then you choose which songs you want to promote. You might have to put a bit of money into YouTube, Google ads, Facebook ads, the social media stuff that they said that was absolutely a terrible on your part. But you can start to do things like that yourself, or find a reputable company to do it for you, and maybe push a particular track. I'll
take it all in. I'm listening.
Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You've got to come on our show with me and Sharon Mango.
Oh, yes. I'd love to come on with my mum. Yeah.
Yes, you have to. You have to. You and Mummy,
yeah. I want to inspire her to just really pursue her passion, which is music and singing, and let her know it's never too late. I've always said that to her. It's never too late, Mum. I've seen people on stage in their 80s rocking the stage. So.
And we'd love to have you both. I have huge respect and love for both of you, so thank you again for coming on the show and imparting a lot of your knowledge.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful listening to Santana just talking about his experiences and what he's learned and his attitude towards it, because I think that's really important as well. We can't let it stress us out too much.
Nah.
You understand? Because your health is your wealth. Yeah, and all that stress you're feeling, you're going to mash up your body. So you choose your battles wisely, and the rest you just move on and you learn,
Yeah. Anything you do, if you lose your smile, it's time to go.
If you're acting out a character and you don't like the ugly that's showing in you, it's time to move
time
on.
To go. Time to go. Yes.
Definitely.
Once they take everything, once they take your smile, it's time to leave.
Yes. Yes.
And Sharon like to dimple them, so me have to smile.
Yeah, you have to smile like dimples. I'm a dimple. Notice I just point them out. Me love the dimple.
But you guys are great interviewers as well. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Here.
We can't see the look of dimple.
Skin's looking smooth as well.
So much.
Yeah, looking smooth. Kyra, thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
We're going to make it happen with Kyra and Selma.
Yes, definitely.
And daughter. Okay, so Kyra, God bless you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lovely. I'm going to look you up, Steve Santana. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Yes. Yeah, I am.
All right. Let me see. Is it line bright? Is it light, shine, bright?
That was when I was a kid.
Okay. All right.
I couldn't believe it.
But I found you. I'm going to check you out. I'm going to add you on Facebook. You better accept my friend request, because I'll be upset otherwise.
All right. You put him to the task.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kyra. God bless you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for
Steve Santana.
Yes.
You've heard all you've heard. What do you have to say to those who may be tuning in, hearing you for the first time? What is your message to your fans? What do you do? Where can they find you? Where can they add you? Where are you active?
I'm active. All right. I can be found. Where's the tags? Where's the tags? When you need dumb, you can't find dumb. No, man. I am on Steve Santana 99.
Yeah, Steve Santana 99.
That's on
Instagram.
Yeah, I found you.
on Instagram.
Yeah, I found you on Facebook. It's the same thing, isn't it? Steve Santana 99. You have greeny hazel eyes.
Yes.
That's you.
He's also his Facebook page is Steve Santana. Is it 999?
99.
99.
That's the music.
But the music page. What's the music page?
That is the music page.
It's the music page, 99.
Yeah.
99, right? Okay.
Yeah, Instagram is the same, Steve Santana 99. And I also have a website, www.stevesantana.net.
Okay.
I need to be updating that.
Steve Santana, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for sharing your journey, what you've been through. It's been an absolute pleasure. We are going to be looking out for more stuff of what you're doing. We do know you've been working with Don Hartley and you have a new song with him. Don Hartley, as a matter of fact, is coming to our show, I do believe, June 3rd, June 5th, something like that. Yeah. So he's coming to the show. So it's going to be a pleasure hearing some of the music that you've done with Don Hartley and so forth.
Yeah, and as I said, I got a song that I'm very proud of right now at the moment. I don't hear it anywhere. It's called "I Hope You're Proud." It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek song about our journeys as Black people. I'm sure when you listen to it, you'll understand what it's about. But
since we don't have the tune, sing a piece. You have to sing a piece to Sharon Mango and Sister Kyra.
Well, thank you. You should.
I say, it goes, hey Malcolm, I think we're doing well. They don't kill us no more. We got guns, we do that ourselves. Tell Marley, they're still singing songs. They don't have a message. Too scared to say what's wrong. Hey Marcus, Jamaica's doing fine. Everyone's fair skinned. Africa's the last thing on their minds. Tell Martin, our women do what they want. Some choose to leave us alone. Some choose to take off their clothes, but I hope you're proud. Looking down from the clouds, we still march, we still sing. They got to hear us now. I hope you're proud. Looking down from the clouds, we still call your name. Was it all in vain?
Hey!
Fantastic.
Where's the applause?
That was beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
Are you on, is that on Spotify?
Yeah, I think
is it on Spotify now?
Yeah, it's on the live, what was it? Live and Love Rhythm.
Live and Love Rhythm. Okay, we'll look out for that.
Box Entertainment.
Yeah, that's okay. And I need to know if I have anything and I can post it to you, Sharon, over there in America. Or,
yes.
General, I'll post it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, send it, definitely.
Got it.
Definitely.
I found it.
Yeah, so as I said, I haven't seen them, I haven't heard it, but I know it's out there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I really like it.
Thank you so much.
That's the one.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, man. First time I heard that tune, I know it was
You see,
Sharon Mango, over to you, Sharon.
In general, you see your dad and talk to you. See how quick the young lady find it?
You see it there? You see it there?
You look like I'm bad. I'm not bad.
Dinosaur. Dinosaur.
I've already sent you the friend request.
Oh my gosh.
You lot are jokers.
So, baby, you okay?
Steve, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Karen, for listening, for staying up so long.
Hey, man.
You're
No,
so...
it's still early. It's early in the afternoon for me, you know. It's only like almost 2 o'clock. It's good. But I hope you had a good time with us today. And of course, you know, we're going to want you to come back.
Yeah,
right? We support everything that you're doing. God bless you, my friend. God bless you, because big things are coming for you. I'm looking forward to see when you come stateside. And oh no, I know you will. I said, I'm looking forward. I know you're coming.
Yeah,
you're coming.
No doubt about it.
No friends in New York, you know. If I come there, I'll have to come and check it.
Yeah, man, you have to, without question. But again, thank you so much for coming. It's been a blessing. You are a blessing. I hope that you know that. Continued blessings to you. And again, can't wait for what's coming.
I truly, I know I laugh a lot, but I want to say thank you for enjoying the music and sharing it with others. And, you know, it's encouragement, you know.
Yeah, of course.
It's very good that you guys enjoy it. That's my mission accomplished. If I do something and people enjoy it, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. We want to thank everybody that was in here today. Kyra, thank you so much. Can't wait to meet you, because we'll be meeting you soon. Don Hartley, graciously, thank you for putting us on to this amazing young man.
Pleasure.
You know, we'll be talking to you soon. We just want to say thanks again. Big up to all who was in the room today. Yeah. And next week, who said that, huh?
That was me. I also said thank you, though. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you mean, man? It's my pleasure.
Yes, you did a good thing. This is a good thing what you did. So we're happy in the knowledge of this amazing talent.
Thank you.
Yes, well, we're going to end the show right now. And again, you know, we're going to be looking out for what you do, and we're going to be paying attention. And we see where our music is going. We see what's going on with reggae music. We see it's going through an attack, you know, and anybody that comes on this show, this particular show that we have here, you know, it is supposed to speak volumes about not just the artist, but about also the music that you're contributing to in terms of the industry, you know. And that's what means everything to us, that, you know, whoever we bring on is actually adding and supporting and speaking volumes about the industry itself, you know. So we hold you in high esteem, and we're going to be rooting for you, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, yes.
We'll do. So like how you had 10-star general, you have 1 5-star general in England, up at London now.
When my 5-star, me a 10-star.
So you can't give orders, innit?
Well, 10-star. When I take back my chat.
10, 5, that's it.
10.
5 can class yourself.
All right.
Yeah, man, it's a joy speaking to you, man. Thank you for
God
having
bless
me.
you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we're going to end the show with this particular tune, and then we sign out with our famous caricature individual. And this is what we're going to sign out with. You know what comes to mind every time I hear that rhythm?
Masky production, that one.
Masky production, yeah. And it's Phil Calendar who sang that particular song. His Majesty is coming back.
Yes.
Remember that tune there?
Yes.
From way back?
That way back, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, see, Phil Calendar is my good friend from way back. And we're going to bring him back onto the show. What was the name of the band Phil Calendar was with? Remind me.
I soon tell you. Hold on there.
Oh, Lord have mercy. My brain bad today.
Majesty is coming now. Yeah,
don't tell Steve I said that.
It's not in a circle.
It's a Jamaica band, but it sounded British.
It's
okay.
a Jamaican band, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh my God, my brain is bad, you know.
Corona Google goes to our God.
Yeah, hold on.
We're supposed to fill out Steve Santana question, you know. Yeah, and I didn't know I didn't know where that rhythm come from, but the guy sent me that rhythm, and that's what
in crowd,
man, in crowd.
Yes.
Nobody tell Phil say me forget about the band there.
Yeah, shame.
I won't.
In crowd, and it's called His Majesty. That's where it came from. All right. So it's a big tune. I love Masky Productions, and they do some brilliant works. We're gonna sign out with this particular track. Phil, Steve Santana, bless up yourself.
Thank you very much, boss man. Give thanks.
Yes. And thank you to Amelia, aka Kyra, and also the legendary Jerry Harris, who also contributed, and everybody else who was here today.
And that lady Beverly, you giving me a hard
Beverly
time.
Notes, yes, Beverly Notes.
Beverly, yes, man.
Yes. and Rankin and Foundation Artist Rankin and. So thank you, everyone, yeah?
Give thanks for all those. Give thanks.
I know now what you love me. Said I know now. In the midnight hour, when my body calls, she answers, and in her arms I fall. I'm addicted to her loving, like roses need rain. She says she loves me, and I feel the same. Turn me on like a radio, tune into my soul. I'm half a man without you. You make me whole. Destiny sent you for me. I'm such a lucky man. I'm her king, she's my queen. Come take my hand in the midnight hour.
That's all, folks. That's my one. SUBSRIBE, babe. Let a star do this. That's all. That's all, folks.
Can I go home now?
I'm 10-Star General from Starcade Promotions, and I'm out of here.